Welcome to the Forgotten History channel, where we uncover the untold stories that shaped our world. Today we delve into the extraordinary tale of Sophie Scholl and the White Rose Resistance Group, a story of youthful defiance, moral courage, and the ultimate sacrifice in the fight against tyranny. Imagine Germany in the early 1940s, a nation under the oppressive shadow of Nazi rule. In this climate of fear and propaganda, a small group of university students dared to stand up for truth and justice. At the center of this resistance was Sophie Scholl, a young woman whose unwavering courage has inspired generations. Sophie and her friends risked everything to expose the lies of the regime, distributing leaflets that called for action and awareness in a nation gripped by silence. Their story is one of bravery and sacrifice, a reminder of the power of youth to challenge injustice. If you enjoy uncovering hidden tales like this, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Join us as we unravel this compelling chapter of history and honor the legacy of the White Rose Resistance. The 1930s and 40s saw Germany under the iron grip of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime. The nation was transformed into a propaganda machine, silencing dissent and punishing those who dared to question its authority. Intellectual freedom was crushed, universities became breeding grounds for conformity, and fear hung heavy in the air. Amid this climate of oppression, a small but brave group emerged at the University of Munich, the White Rose. This resistance group, led by a few courageous students, sought to challenge the lies and cruelty of the regime. At its heart was Sophie Scholl, a young woman of unshakable belief in justice and humanity. Despite the overwhelming risks, Sophie and her comrades chose to stand for truth, using their intellect and determination to plant the seeds of resistance. The White Rose began as a quiet murmur of dissent. Sophie, along with her brother Hans and a few close friends, used their intellect and courage to create leaflets denouncing the Nazi regime. These leaflets called for Germans to open their eyes to the horrors around them. Their words were clear, powerful, and dangerous. "We will not be silent." In the dead of night, they worked tirelessly, writing and printing their powerful messages of resistance. Each leaflet carried the hope of awakening a nation, even as it put the group in grave danger. Sophie and her companions understood the risks but were undeterred, driven by a deep conviction that truth must prevail. On February 18, 1943, Sophie and Hans Scholl were caught distributing leaflets at their university. Their arrest marked the beginning of a harrowing journey. Interrogated for days, Sophie's remained strong and vigilant. In the infamous Nazi show trial, she stood tall and said, "Somebody after all had to make a start. What we said and wrote is also believed by many others. They just don't dare express it as we did." Her words echoed in the courtroom, a defiant call against tyranny. Despite facing certain death, Sophie's courage remained unbroken, and her composure inspired all who heard her. Her trial was a spectacle designed to crush dissent, but instead, it illuminated the strength of human conviction. Though Sophie and Hans paid the ultimate price, their voices echoed far beyond their lifetimes. The White Rose became a symbol of moral courage and resistance. Their story is now a cornerstone of modern education in Germany, taught to inspire students with the values of justice, truth, and bravery. Memorials to Sophie, Hans, and the White Rose stand in silent tribute to their sacrifice, urging all who visit to remember and reflect. Sophie's words continue to resonate. How can we expect righteousness to prevail when there is hardly anyone willing to give themselves up individually to a righteous cause? These words remind us that the fight against injustice often begins with a single voice, a single act of defiance. Sophie Scholl's story is one of bravery, conviction, and the enduring power of truth. It challenges us to stand up against injustice no matter the odds. Her life and sacrifice remind us that even in the darkest of times, a single voice can light the way forward. Thank you for joining us on the Forgotten History channel, where we uncover the untold stories that inspire and educate. If Sophie's story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to support our mission of bringing history's hidden heroes to light. Together, we can ensure that these stories are never forgotten.